Baumann fight before?
I have. One time he choked somebody out pretty quick.
Man, I think it's so great when you have MMA fighters, wanting to work their striking, coming over to boxing. His opponent I've seen fight a bunch in MMA. I've seen him do kickboxing matches. So this fight should be a banger.
Yeah, he loves the crowd, too. He's playing to him already on his walkout in. It's good to have that mentality and that showmanship whenever you're stepping into an MMA or any type of combat sport cage.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When the crowd sees you having a good time, they can get into it. They can relate. And Baumann, man, smiling from ear to ear, walking out. This kid is ready to go. He looks in shape, and he has a great team. Sam Polk, giving knuckles with Sam Polk, BKFC vet in his corner. So he comes from a good camp. This kid's going to be ready to go.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, he's from the small town Big Sandy, Montana. That's around where I'm from. He's a farm kid. This kid's going to be tough.
Cameron Mason to the blue corner, to the red corner, please.
And I tell you what, I've cornered against Cameron Mason. I've watched this guy fight. I've watched this guy grow. He is one of my favorite guys in Fusion. He is SumKid is his nickname, so Cam SumKid Mason. We're ready for a fight. Baumann's coming over here and getting us hype up. But Cam Mason is just an incredible person inside the cage and out. And every time he comes in the ring, he brings the fire. Have you had the pleasure of seeing Cam fight before?
Yeah, absolutely. He brings it. He's I love watching these smaller guys. I guess they're at 145 right now.
Mm-hmm.
But usually they're smaller, and the smaller they are, the faster they are. These guys are athletic. Cameron always brings it. Once again, another showman. These guys got to start putting some great training together, and all the young generation of Montana fighting is in good hands.
All right, let's take a look at this tail to tape. It's a featherweight boxing match. We have Tannin Baumann, 31 years of age, Cam SumKid Mason, 24. Baumann, 6'2", Mason, 5'10". Both of their boxing debuts, both from Montana. Although this is their boxing debut, these guys have done MMA before for Fusion. These guys have done kickboxing before for Fusion. I expect nothing but a war here.
And now we are ready for bout number 2, brought to you by Fairbridge Inn and Suites and Rapworks. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our fighter out of the blue corner is 31 years old and 6'2". This is his debut boxing fight, representing Flow State Athletics out of Kalispell, Montana. Please give it up for Tannin Baumann. And your fighter out of the red corner is 24 years old, 5'10". He weighed in at 140.8 pounds. This is his debut boxing fight, representing Glacier MMA out of Missoula, Montana. The Dog Pound Fight Team out of Missoula, Montana. Please welcome Cam SumKid Mason.
As you can hear the crowd, both of these guys are crowd favorites. Lots of respect, lots of sportsmanship. But once that bell rings, they're going to be trying to knock each other's head off.
I'm wide.
Cam Mason coming out as a southpaw. Tannin, orthodox. Tannin circling to the power of Cam Mason. Ooh, nice cross, but a miss. Good lean back for Mason. Mason's looking to set up his left hand here, it looks like.
For amateur boxing, we got to see a little bit more action here.
Yeah, especially with only 2-minute rounds. I'd like to see these guys pick up the pace a little bit. We're already 30 seconds into our first round.
You need to let them hands.
Oh, there's that left hand that I just talked about. He's hurt. You saw his legs buckle. Cam's. Oh, lands it again. This could be an early night. Look, he switches stance now. Now he's going to try and set up that right hand. Woo! Cam back to the southpaw stance.
Moving the feet well. Baumann's got to get his back off the cage, though. He's got to put together some offense here. Don't turn your back in boxing. Do not turn your back in boxing.
Cam having so much success with that left hand early on.
Mason's showing that he's got to start punching backwards. You got to not be afraid to punch going backwards.
Tannin Ooh, big right hand. Ooh,
Big
just
right
misses.
hand.
That left uppercut would have finished the fight, but he missed about by 2 inches. That left hand for Cam Mason is going to find a home and could put Tannin out here.
35 seconds left in
Ooh,
round.
nice
Big
uppercut.
uppercut.
Look at him send up that left hand again. I'd like to see Mason step out to the right and throw that left. See him taking the center of the ring.
Got to start really throwing here.
He lands that shot, that big left hand, and this could be the it. Tannin showing a little frustration in his face. Here it comes again.
Oh! Woo! He's got to, if he's going to move forward, he's got to throw some punches. You can't blindly move forward.
I tell you what, Kai Stewart, I think we both can agree that was all Cam Mason in round number 1.
All Cam Mason in round number 1.
Tell you, Cam Mason's one of the most exciting guys in the cage. I love watching this guy fight. You know, and I talked to him after the last show. Well, let's take a look at this replay before that. Bang! There's that left hand that found a beautiful home there. Hurt Tannin. I don't know how much more Tannin can take. Those are some big shots. Even with bigger gloves on, those are still big shots.
Those uppercuts were landing nicely. They were clean.
This sun is lame.
I don't even, like, I would love to see these guys in the full motion of MMA. I know Baumann comes from a wrestling background. Cameron as well. Cameron's feeling it. We've got a wink to the commentary. But he's looking good. But I would love to see these guys have their full scope because they're both tough all the way around.
You know, and how much you got to respect it, though. You know, him having a wrestling base, transitioning, trying to come into boxing to work on his craft as an amateur. Take your losses, take your experience, and get better. And that's what both of these guys, exactly. That's what both of these guys are trying to do right now.
Go back, watch the video, and see what's up. But we got a whole lot of fight left. Round number 2.
Watch this left hand. I know. Look at him circling too. That's not the way you want to circle on Cam Mason. Well, now he switched to an orthodox stance. Baumann kind of falling over that front foot, and he's working on his footwork just a hair here.
Yeah.
Look at Cam. Feet are always under him.
Cameron's starting to flow in there.
Ooh, big left hook.
Big left hook.
Woo. Baumann, I'm sure, getting frustrated, winging these big shots to no avail. Man, but Cam Mason, orthodox southpaw. You don't know where he's throwing. Bang, there's the big shot that we called, just missed. Could have been lights out for Tannin.
Yeah, if Tannin comes forward, Cameron needs to punch going backwards, and Cameron could probably finish the fight with it. Oh, those left hooks are there. The check left hook.
Tannin taking some big breaths, mouth wide open. That's not a good look.
Oh, yeah. Cameron listening to his corner, calling for the body shot. They ripped
Body
it.
hook. Oi, there's that left hand. Cam better put it up. Cam needs to pick up the pace here. There it is.
Bauman's got to throw back. Baumann needs to throw. He's got to throw.
Follow him. Cam needs to pick up the pace. He can finish him here. Oh, low blow. We'll take a look at it. Unfortunately,
that is how you say 5 minutes in the MMA world.
Obviously unintentional. I mean, he's winning the fight so clear. He wouldn't need to do something like that.
Cameron was tired. He needed a 5-minute breather.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend punching myself in the face after a growing shot, especially after all the damage he takes, but
go the other way. Go the other way.
Can we see the replay of the low blow here, please?
Get the man a bucket. Let it out. You'll do good.
Yeah, you can. Here, let's take a look at this low blow. Tough to see from that angle. Ooh, with the left hook to follow up. But Tannin ready to go. What a gangster. Got 30 seconds left. Obviously, it was an unintentional shot. You know, honestly, for Tannin, it's probably the best thing that could have happened to him.
Oh. Cameron's timing is pretty good right now. He's looking pretty smooth in there.
Oi, big shot. from Cam Mason. Big swing and a miss.
Ooh,
oh, big
Baumann
shot.
lands. Here we go. Dad, what a fight.
Dang, what a fight, what a round.
Baumann's feeling it.
You having stealing the round there? hey, Cam Mason, again, one of my favorite fighters. He's in there having fun. Guy just loves to fight. Baumann, too, tough as a coffin nail. Take a look at this replay. Boom, look at these big shots, man. Has him up against the fence here. Kind of let him off the hook there, Kyle. I was wondering why he did that. Back turn, I'm hitting him over the head. Or I'm hitting him in the side of the head when he turns his back.
Turning your back is one of the worst things that you can do.
It's a good way to get knocked out quick. You don't see that punch coming and you punch him behind the ear or something. It's a legal shot. You turned your back, and Baumann taking some big breaths, slobbering a little bit. Cam Mason
could probably do this for another 10 rounds.
Yeah. Both of these guys, tougher than a $2 steak. Has some drool coming out of Baumann's mouth. It's like a rabid dog. Cam Mason comes out, touch gloves. Guys talking, having a good time in there. Mason out in his orthodox stance here. Inching in. Switches back southpaw. Watch this left hand. Ooh, there it was.
Oh.
I love that left hand from Cam Mason. That's dangerous. Oh, there it throws it again, man. And when he throws that, he brings his back foot with him and almost switches to orthodox every time.
I would love to see Cam just let it go after he lands a big shot like that and finish the fight.
Yeah.
I think Baumann, I think we're to the point where he's got to end the fight.
I agree with you 100%. I would love to see that too, because he's landing these big shots, then he's almost letting Baumann off the hook. Oh, look at Cam. He's let hands up. Oi!
Uppercut! Oh.
Oi! Right here is where he could have finished him. He
Yeah,
needs to
right here on
pick
the
up
edge.
the pace. I
He's
would
got
like
him
to see
backed
a
up.
finish from Cam Mason
We don't
here.
stop punching.
Don't stop punching.
And
Look at
Baumann
Baumann.
throws back right whenever we write him off.
You couldn't have said it better. Right when we write him off, he starts throwing back. You're exactly right.
Amateur fights, you never know what you're going to get. Both these guys are putting on right now.
Ooh, that hurt
Baumann's
his body.
tough. Baumann is tough.
You hear the referee saying you got to fight back, but I don't know what else he wants. He is fighting back.
Great fight.
Great fight, man. What a great amateur fight. Ooh, and keep in mind, both of these guys' boxing debut. But like you said, you've seen Baumann do MMA before. I've seen Cam do MMA and kickboxing.
Right.
What a slip and rip here. We got 30 seconds. Let's see Cam Mason if he can finish this fight.
Yeah. Let's end the fight with some bangers, guys. Let's go. Both guys fighting to the very end.
Oi!
Good fight, both
What a
gentlemen.
great fight, man. Two great fights right out the gate. I tell you what, Baumann has earned me as a fan. He came out putting all night. There's plenty of times where he could have took a knee there and just say, let's take a look at this replay, Kai. Why don't you walk us through that beautiful sequence right here?
The big left hand starts it, and then Cam lets his foot off the gas. I do think that he if he kept the foot on the gas, landed the rat-tat combos, he would have been able to land the big one earlier on in the fight.
So when we were talking earlier, Cam was listening to our conversation, and he almost said, well, what he did say, he goes, hey, I'm just having fun over here. Does that tell me he wanted the fight to go the distance and wasn't looking for the finish?
Hey man, I've been there. We spend time in a training camp. We don't want to get rid of the fight in the first round. We want to enjoy every minute, get that ring time, and that's what both these gentlemen did. They got great amateur ring time in front of a really fun crowd, and sky's the limit for these guys. They just got to get back in the gym and get better.
Especially because I believe, and I might be wrong, but I do believe that their focus is MMA, and they just came out here to work on their striking. Like you said, Baumann comes from a wrestling background, so to go into not basically, but a whole nother sport like boxing,
Fighters to the
just
center.
to test your ability is just incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've watched a lot of fights in my day. Both these fighters stepped up to fill a hole last minute. They both just put on a show for you. They showed excellent sportsmanship, and they really deserve an extra round of applause. Let's give it to them. In my opinion, that's what it's all about right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is brought to you by Fairbridge Inn and Suites and Rapworks. And now your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner, Cam SumKid Mason.
Even with the nut tap, man. Damn.
Congratulations to Cam Mason, making his debut in boxing, becoming 1-0. Man, every time this kid steps into the cage, he looks like a better fighter.
They train really hard down here in Missoula. I do believe that he is part of the group, DL Training Systems. It makes sense. It's a culture. Winning is a culture over there.
Oh, you look like Baumann coming out. Banged up a little bit, but man, nothing but heart. Let's send up Terrell for the next fight.